Morning. Another journal entry in what has now become a very occasional blog on my recovery from brainstem stroke and subsequent surgery. Updates. Movement quality is it is increased again. I think the last when would the last blog have been? I don't know, maybe about 15 months. But just day-to-day movement quality is not far off pre-stroke. When I say not far off, I know I've got a good number of months before I could hope to say it was back to normal. But I'm at a level where no one would know. Or if they see me walking, no one would know in the gym. My movement quality in the gym with weights and weighted exercise is in in full humility significantly superior to most gym users. That includes ballistic exercises such as the kettlebell swing, kettlebell snatch. I can do the full set of monkey bars, which most people can't. What I usually find after doing the monkey bars, though, a weakness I still have, or rather a deficit I still have, is my left shoulder. The control of the, I would always call it, it feels like somebody else's shoulder. The control is nowhere near as good as with the right. Now I can still kettlebell snatch comfortably and with good technique with 16 kilos. That's probably the top. And I also do a kettlebell snatch and lunge, which is a fairly complex exercise. Don't see many in other than someone who's been training with me. I haven't seen anyone in the gym doing that. You have to go to YouTube for that one. But like, as I say, for instance, after just trying to get a nice shot of the frozen background, or frosted rather. When I'm doing the monkey bars afterwards, the shoulder feels, sort of slightly pulled, slightly injured. So that there's still a quality issue around the stabilizers in the cuff. Injured wise, it feels like it's sort of been subluxated. So yeah, that's the big noticeable deficit. The left leg, left glute is the one that feels a little clumsier. Although I'm doing single leg barbell deadlifts now. And that the technique is challenged on that one. Again, it's just a difficult exercise, full stop. Most people couldn't do it, and couldn't do it for balance and skill issues rather than strength issues. But I know, I sort of feel I get that falling over to the left on the balance thing, just because something inside is still a little bit broken. Running has improved ever so slowly. I did the 2 miler on the anniversary of me up, and then injured the hamstring, I think, in the week thereafter. And that sort of hamstring injury is still hanging around, still sort of presents. Ironically enough, I did a walk up Pen y Fan. It's the tallest mountain in South Wales. Did it at a fairly good pace, and it felt great after that, almost as if the increased challenge of constant uphill improved the neurological control or the walking pattern. But then my mostly seated days thereafter, it sort of gone back to form. But the last 2 runs I've had, I've an acute awareness of improved quality of the moving. Although I can now do a cartwheel, only leading with my right hand yet, can't lead with my left. But that was a significant improvement. I mean, just going past just the confidence barrier, and obviously to go past the confidence barrier, I don't just charge through it and see if I can do it. Obviously in my state, injury is not a welcome bedfellow. And that's also a good indicator of where your neurology is at for a movement. But to coax the neurology to the point where it says, yeah, we can do this, I think is another good marker of improvement. Highs and lows still present, although what presents as a low now is me feeling what I call a bit wobbly, sometimes almost a dizziness in the head, but just a lack of just feeling a lack of control in my movement. That tends to dissipate if I get into a training session, but when it tends to present is either following a training session or training drill where I've thought I've experienced a gain significant enough to stand out, to be salient, and also following massage or fascial work where that has created an improvement, i.e. a range of movement. So it's almost as if either when you get an improvement in your neurological control, or if you get an improvement in your muscular, skeletal, fascial mobility, it's like you've then got new skills available to you, and that is what makes it feel more wobbly, if you see what I mean. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. I'm clearly failing miserably. It's like if you jump up a level, the scope of what you can do is increased, but you can't yet do that, so it feels unstable, and there's a lack of control in that sort of new brave world. And through some of the people who I've been working with and helping on their rehab, they're experiencing similar things as well, especially after gains through massage and fascial work. So maybe that's an interesting one. It's not something I've heard discussed before, though it stands up to a simple logic, really. If fascial adhesions or muscle tension is it will limit your mobility, it will present a certain stability in it, of its own, an inauthentic one, admittedly. Once that's removed, well, you're not going to have. Shouldn't be surprising if you don't have skills in a range of movement you haven't previously experienced or potentially long since forgotten. So anyway, I'll sign off now. What I'm looking at is trying to put more and more conditioning and fitness into my training now. I suppose that was one I should have put probably about 3 months ago, which is maybe one of my last blogs. That's when I'd started putting conditioning into my training and experiencing significant improvements in feeling of well-being and quality thereafter. In fact, it's supposed to be me signing off on it. In fact, I can remember one time in the gym after a conditioning session, I sort of caught myself and was aware, walking back from the showers, I actually felt like me. I pre-stroked me. It just sort of dawned on me. Obviously that passed after a while, and yeah, there will be a level of endorphins involved in there, but it was just I was just walking without feeling any deficit. I'm feeling good. So anyway, that's me. What's the date today? I think it's 5th December 2018. Alright, ta-ta for now.